Encapsulation. We see the core principles of OOPS concepts. The first one is encapsulation. Encapsulation is process of binding instance variables and methods together into a single unit to keep safe from outside of that class. Basically, it is binding of instance variables and methods, clubbing instance variables of properties and methods together into a single unit. This is called instance variables. Sorry, encapsulation. You can achieve the encapsulation by using classes and structures as well. The second one, which we have already seen, the encapsulation, which is having properties and methods together as a single unit. You can create that unit by using classes as well as structs. Abstraction. Abstraction is the process of exposing necessary functionality and hiding unnecessary functionality. We can achieve abstraction by using access specifiers. By using access specifiers, we can achieve the abstraction. We haven't seen the access specifiers, we see them. Here, if you see, there is a person, there is a TV, there is remote. We just interact with the remote, and remote interacts with TV. Here, we do not need how exactly the communication is happening between the remote and TV. As a user, you just need remote. As you press the switch, as you press any key on the remote, it should reflect on the TV. That is just you want. You don't need any complex logic which is implemented between remote and TV. It does mean that only providing the necessary functionality. Necessary functionality to the user for television is remote. He just want to see and press the key on, off, increase the volume, whatever operations he wants to perform. He can simply click here, but he does not need any kind of logic, how exactly it is connected, how exactly it is working. As a user, we don't need that. To provide such functionality, we can use the abstraction. Even we have already seen this. We have written on private method somewhere. Yeah. Notify account holder. When there is a change in balance, that gets notified to the user. As a user, you don't need anything, how exactly it is implemented. When there is a change in balance, whether you are getting a message or not is a matter. As a user, as a customer, as an account holder, your requirement is when there is a change in balance, you simply has to get a notification. But you don't need how exactly it is working. Inheritance, it is very, very important. Most of the time we use inheritance. Inheritance is a process of extending the existing class. Second definition is deriving the existing class functionality and adding additional functionality to the newly created class. The inheritance can be achieved by using colon. Here class name, my new class, colon, existing class. Here the colon is behaving as inheritance operator. Here you can have additional properties and additional methods. We see them in practical. Here, new class is known as derived class, subclass, or child class. Existing class is known as superclass or parent class. We see here, we used to use the basic calculator, which has some basic functionality like addition, clear, subtraction, multiply, division. Only 4. In your degree, you must have used scientific calculator. If you see the implementation of addition method in basic calculator and scientific calculator are same. What is happening here? By extending the basic calculator, he added his own functionality. This class has its own functionality which are not available in the basic calculator. Let's say basic calculator has only 4 methods: addition, subtraction, multiply, division. You want to create scientific calculator, you don't create the scientific calculator from the scratch. Again, you don't implement addition method, subtraction, multiply, division here. What you do is you extend the base class, that is basic calculator class, and you create scientific calculator, and where you add additional functionalities like power, square root, and any complex operations or complex methods you write here. Here you don't write addition, subtraction, multiply, division. Again, this is called inheritance. You are using the existing functionality and you are adding new functionality to the existing class. Here, the first class is known as super class. This class is known as the newly created class is child class or derived class or subclass. Let's see here, I'm having basic calculator and I'm having 4 different methods here: addition, subtraction, multiply, division, and modulus. I am creating scientific calculator here by extending basic calculator. Followed is the inheritance operator. This is the subclass. This is superclass. Here, you are using the existing. Here, are using existing properties. A is not declared here, but still we are able to access the A here, which is coming from basic calculator. And here, if you see, there are no methods like addition, subtraction, multiply, division. It has its own advanced methods like power, square root, and factorial. Here, I have created scientific calculator here. I am assigning values A and B and pi. By using scientific calculator, I am able to call factorial. I am able to call display results, display outputs. Display result is not part of scientific calculator. Display results is part of basic calculator. I'll show you one better example than this. Coming to inheritance, the subclass variables and methods are not accessible in superclass. Let's say in scientific calculator, we are having pi, we are having some methods of power, factorial. These methods are not accessible by the basic calculator because the basic calculator has a basic functionality. To access the subclass functionality, you have to create the scientific calculator. If you see a red color means there is no access. For subclass, for superclass, only has the access to superclass variables and superclass methods, blue color. And for subclass, it can access superclass variables and methods as well as subclass variables and methods. Yeah, let me show you the examples for inheritance. Background. Let me create a class, basic calculator, which has some methods. Addition, where I want to pass A after int, B after int, and it gives the result that is int only. Return A plus B. Addition, subtraction, multiply, division. It has 4 different methods, and it also has a price. You can have initializer, that is some 10 rupees. Default initializer. You are assigning default value. The price we are assigning here at 10 rupees. Now I am purchasing the basic calculator. Big calculator of type basic calculator, basic calculator.
multiplication, division, all we have given the addition only.
వినిపించట్లేదు.
హలో వినిపిస్తుందా?
చెప్పండి.
ఫర్ మనం అన్నిటికీ ఇక్కడ ఫంక్షన్ ఎడిషన్ తీసుకుని సబ్ట్రాక్షన్ తీసుకుని ఒకటే ఇచ్చాం రిటర్న్ a + b a + b అని.
I have purchased the calculator. This is basic calculator. By using basic calculator, I can perform addition. Addition is 10, 20. I'll just use variable to into the result. That result. Current sum is result. Similarly, we don't need to add here. Subtraction. I'll print the result here. Multiply. Division. Subtraction. If you need, you can call, otherwise you can simply ignore. Once you purchase the calculator, it doesn't mean that you have to perform all the operations. Whatever operations I require, I can perform. I want to perform all operations here. I'm performing them. Let's run it. Division. I'm able to perform addition 10 + 20, 30, 10 - 20, 10, -10, multiply 10 into 20, 200, division 10 by 20, it is 0. After a few years, I want to add some additional functionalities. To add the additional functionalities, one way used by using inheritance. Now, I am going to create a new class called the scientific calculator. Scientific calculator I want to create. Since this is a calculator, we also need all these things: addition, subtraction, multiply, division, and it also has a power function. It returns int, return value into value. Factorial value, that is int, returns int. What is factorial? If you give 5 into 4 into 3 into 1, right?
No.
Let me return 120. Some likely I'm getting some value here. If you see, there is some common functionality. Addition is common here. These four are common functionalities in a method in the same class, both the classes. So it is actually duplicate or replicating. It is repeating. So there is a class called basic calculator which is having almost 4 functions. I want to add only 2 functions. To add the 2 functions, we had to create 6 methods again, 4 methods again, plus additional 2 methods. We are not actually reusing the existing functionality. To reuse the existing functionality, what we can use is inheritance. Whenever you use inheritance, you cannot use the same methods, because here if you see, before that I will show you this. I want to create a scientific calculator. scientific calculator equal to scientific calculator. I purchased scientific calculator. I want to perform advanced calculator by using advanced calculator. I want to perform advanced calculator power 10 where result equal to something print sum is result power is some result. Here I am using addition method. I can also use the subtraction method. Okay, I am calling addition method, I am calling subtraction method, I am calling power method. Okay, let me show you the result. Yeah, sum is 100 plus 200, 300. Sum is, that is actually subtraction is 100 minus 200 minus 100 power 10 into 10, 100. But if you see, there is some duplicate method implementation. Say I want to use the inheritance to reuse the existing functionality, basic calculator, and whatever I have in the basic calculator, I want to remove it. Though you remove, it works because the addition and subtraction methods are from its superclass. Here the basic calculator is called as superclass. The scientific calculator is called as subclass or child class. Even though you comment all these 4 methods here, you still get the same result since we are using inheritance and reusing the existing functionality. We get the same result. This is what exactly is the inheritance. And we'll see the polymorphism tomorrow. Any doubts here? For this, there is no prize, right? Chapandi.
Derived class and subclass is one or the same, or it's different?
Both of them. Only the name is different. Actually, the terminology is different, but actually the derived class or subclass or child class all are same. I won't set the value. Chapandi.
డయాగ్రామ్ లో నార్మల్ గా ఇందాక చూపించిన దగ్గర ఒక రెడ్ కలర్ ఉంది చూడండి. ఇది మనకి ఇప్పుడు చూపించిన కోడ్ లో ఇది సూపర్ క్లాస్ నుంచి
సబ్ క్లాస్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ మనం యాక్సెస్ చేయలేమన్నాం. అది కూడా చూపిస్తాను నేను ఇక్కడ. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మన దగ్గర ఇక్కడ బేసిక్ క్యాలిక్యులేటర్ ఉంది కదా, క్యాలిక్యులేటర్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నెక్స్ట్ ఇక్కడ అన్ని కింద రాస్తాను. ఇక్కడ నేను క్యాలిక్యులేటర్ క్రియేట్ చేసాను. మనకు 2 క్లాసులు ఉన్నాయి, సైంటిఫిక్ క్యాలిక్యులేటర్ ఉంది, బేసిక్ క్యాలిక్యులేటర్ ఉంది. నేను బేసిక్ క్యాలిక్యులేటర్ యూజ్ చేసుకునేసి నేను పవర్ని కాల్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నాను. పవర్ లేదు ఇక్కడ, పవర్ రావట్లేదు. ఎందుకు రావట్లేదు? ఈ పవర్ అనేది సబ్ క్లాస్ ప్రాపర్టీ. సబ్ క్లాస్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ అంటే సబ్ క్లాస్ మెథడ్ అనుకోండి. సబ్ క్లాస్ మెథడ్ అంటే కనుక ఓన్లీ ఈ క్లాస్లో నువ్వు అడ్వాన్స్డ్ ఏదైతే ఎన్హాన్స్ చేశావో ఆ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ద్వారానే నువ్వు అడిషనల్ ఫంక్షనాలిటీస్ మనం యాక్సెస్ చేసుకోగలం. పవర్ అనేది ఓన్లీ సైంటిఫిక్ క్యాలిక్యులేటర్లో ఉంది. సైంటిఫిక్ క్యాలిక్యులేటర్ యూజ్ చేసుకునేది నువ్వు పవర్ను కాల్ చేయగలవు. బేసిక్ క్యాలిక్యులేటర్ ఆ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ లేదు మనకి, కాబట్టి మనం ఇక్కడ మనం ట్రై చేస్తున్నా కూడా రావట్లేదు. సో దేర్ ఈస్ నో యాక్సెస్ టు ద సబ్ క్లాస్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఆర్ మెథడ్స్. మీరు ఇక్కడ చూస్తే ఇంకా ఇన్ కేసు ఏదన్నా మీరు ఇక్కడ యూజ్ చేస్తారు సేమ్ ప్రాపర్టీ మనం మీరు పైన కింద యూజ్ చేయలేదు. ఇక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ ప్రైస్ ఉంది, ఇక్కడ ప్రైస్ మీరు యూజ్ చేయలేదు. ఓకే, అన్ని క్లాసులు కామన్గా యూనిక్గా ఉండాలి. సెకండ్ థింగ్ వచ్చేసి సబ్ క్లాస్ ప్రాపర్టీ సింపుల్గా సబ్ క్లాస్ ప్రాపర్టీని పెట్టాను. నేను ఎప్పుడైతే క్యాలిక్యులేటర్ నుంచి సబ్ క్లాస్ ప్రాపర్టీ నీకు యాక్సెస్ కావట్లేదు. అదేవిధంగా మీరు చూసినట్లయితే అడ్వాన్స్డ్ క్యాలిక్యులేటర్లో సబ్ క్లాస్ ప్రాపర్టీ ఏదైతే ఉందో దాన్ని మనం యాక్సెస్ చేసుకోగలం. మీరు దీన్ని ప్రాపర్గా అర్థం చేసుకుంటే ఇంకా సేమ్ కాన్సెప్ట్ మీకు బేసిక్ క్యాలిక్యులేటర్లో ఏముందో దాన్ని మటుకు మనం యూజ్ చేసుకోగలము. మనం సైంటిఫిక్ క్యాలిక్యులేటర్ వచ్చేసరికి దీంట్లో ఉన్నవి యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, అదేవిధంగా బేసిక్ క్యాలిక్యులేటర్ ఏదైతే ఉందో అది కూడా యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. మీటింగ్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ టు ఎండ్. ఇన్ కేస్ మీకు ఏదైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే ఇంకా మళ్ళీ జాయిన్ అవ్వండి, మెసేజ్ పెట్టండి. ఫస్ట్ జాయిన్ అవుతూ ఉంటే ఇంకా నేను ఆ లింక్లో మళ్ళీ జాయిన్ అవుతాను. ఏం డౌట్స్ లేకుండా ఓకే ఫైన్.
ఓకే.
ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే చెప్పండి, ఇప్పుడే నేను మళ్ళీ మీటింగ్ జాయిన్ అవుతాను.
ప్రెజెంట్ లేవు, నేను మళ్ళీ చూస్తాను, చూసి నాకేం డౌట్స్ ఉంటే నేను
మీ వాయిస్ వినిపించట్లేదండి.
ఇప్పుడు నేను చూస్తాను మళ్ళీ మీరు చెప్పిన క్లాస్ మొత్తం అంతా చూసి నాకు మళ్ళీ ఏమైనా క్వైరీస్ ఉంటే మీకు నేను రేపు అడుగుతానని చెప్తున్నాను. ప్రెజెంట్ అయితే ఇప్పుడు నాకు క్లారిఫై అయింది.
ఓకే ఫైన్, మీరు గ్రూప్లో పెట్టండి.